ArtHouse Direct is a company providing service of allowing people to rent DVD. In order to remain competitive in the face of the giant Netflix, George, who is the company organizer, would like to have a new information system. Currently, the business has 6 problems that have been identified. Firstly, new releases are constantly oversubscribed. Secondly, there is no personalization in the current system. Thirdly, there is only one option of subscription service. Fourthly, there is no feature of allowing for customer to nominate a ranked wait list of movies to watch. Fifthly, the daily issue of lost discs causes the picking and packing system inefficient. Lastly, the subscription rates are falling. There are 7 stakeholders in total, which are George Randall, who is the chief of ArtHouse Direct, Ashlyn, who handles picking and packing process, Jen, who operates online booking system, packers who handle packing and mailing process, customers who visit the website of ArtHouse Direct to book DVDs, content provider who incorporate with ArtHouse Direct to provide a large ArtHouse inventory. And the last one is Gary, who incorporates with ArtHouse Direct to help distributing movies through its online shops. For addressing the problems, the proposed system adds a feature of nominating a ranked waitlist of movies to watch. Besides, a render history of each customer is recorded in the system. For improving the process of picking and packing, each disc has a barcode and all of them are recorded in the system. The discs will be scanned when they are returned or delivered. The system also provides a tier subscription service which has 3 options: Basics, Render Plus, and Super Access. Furthermore, a timestamp is recorded in the system if the disc leaves or returned to the warehouse. Lastly, an automated billing process will be implemented to facilitate the billing process. The requirements for new system has been categorized as functional requirements and non-functional requirements. For the aspect of functional requirements, the new system allows customers to book a movie online, choose delivery options which are picking up or deliver via automated vending machines, search a movie, search the location of automated vending machine, register an account for subscription, and nominate a ranked waitlist of movies to watch. The system should also be able to generate subscription report, current renders by customer and movie, most popular renders, and overdue reports. It also provides a feature of keeping render history for all customers. Provides 3 options of subscription service which are Basic, Render Plus, and Super Access. For the aspect of non-functional requirements, user interface for smartphone apps and websites should have similar functionalities and design. The failure rate of accessing the system is greatly reduced, and it could respond to user requests in less than 1 second and process at least 1,000 requests at a time without affecting the response time. Furthermore, data is stored securely by encrypting with 1024-bit keys and use HTTPS for securing communication. For information gathering, there are 8 individuals to be interviewed. Firstly, interviewing George to determine business rules for the whole new video render system. Secondly, interviewing Ashlyn to determine the processing rules for picking, return disc, and packaging new orders. Thirdly, interviewing Jen to determine the processing rules for operating online booking system. Fourthly, interviewing packers to determine the ways of improving the jobs of receiving returned DVDs and mail out new orders. Fifthly, there are 3 objectives for interviewing customers, and they are to determine actions taken by users to make a booking online, determine the user experience when they visit the video renders websites, and also determine optional functionalities or features that would like to be seen in the new system. Sixthly, interviewing content provider to determine business rules of content provider and inventory provided by content provider. Seventhly, interviewing host users to determine pros and cons of using an online automated vending machine, and also determine preference and opinions of using an online automated vending machine. Lastly, Gary is interviewed to collect information of a chain of wine shops.
A domain class diagram which describes multiple entities, their attributes, and the constraints between them. A customer can only have one order list, but one order list can include many DVD details. A use case diagram has several use cases, covering requirements we mentioned in requirements section. Two activity diagrams showing step-by-step logic of two different use cases. The first one is add new DVD to the system. Type in the stock number on the inventory details section and select the current date to the obtain date field. Complete the DVD detail section. Once complete, select a condition value that matches the DVD. Double-check if all fields are filled. The system will not register the DVD record if one of the input fields is empty or the format number is invalid. After click the Register button, a print barcode sticker will be produced. Stick the print barcode to the DVD to complete the DVD register. As for register a new account, user clicks the login button on any of the web page, fills in all the required information on the form showing above. Double-check all fields for errors. Once sure, click the Submit button to complete. One sequence diagram is a business process about how a customer log into account and complete an order. It shows interaction between customer, employee, and four domain objects. A state diagram shows a business process about how a DVD is stored by employee, rent and shipped to customer, and sent back to storage.
Training recommendations for the company target specific users that are concerned with interaction to the back end of the system. One training method would be for registering a new DVD. Users interested in registering a DVD are employees who are in charge of entering new DVDs into the system to make available to customers. The most effective training type for this task is a hands-on training through coaching the employee on functionality of the new system. The second training recommendation would be to scan ordered DVDs. Scanning a DVD that has been ordered by a customer is the duty most relevant to the packers who send out the new DVDs. In order to train this duty, it will require a hands-on coaching approach, once again because it provides the most direct method of guaranteeing that the employee has understood the process. The third training method is view report details. Employees considered for this task will be anyone who is required to search for a certain promotional offer opportunity. As learning this task is not vital to the day-to-day operations of the business, this task can be more of a mixed approach, where the user learns on the job, similar to a hands-on coaching session. The fourth training method is response to customers, which has two separate aspects to it. The first aspect is sending email notifications, and the second aspect is response to feedback. Both of these important aspects are a crucial element that must be taught to all users who interact with the public through sending notifications and responding to feedback. Appropriately, both of these aspects will be taught through a blended approach of classroom and interactive methods. Sending email notifications is an important module of the training program. Operators of the online booking system must notify a user of the order. As this task is part of the process of the customer booking a movie, it must be done in a professional manner. Therefore, operators must learn how to professionally send notifications before commencing the first day of employment. Responding to feedback is an important module of the training program, which is concerned mostly with management and personal relation employees. These employees must professionally respond to customer feedback on certain products, and as such, the operator must know how to professionally respond to these products. In order to discern whether the product meets the requirements from the brief, the team set out to create an array of tests to run through the system. This array of tests includes integration testing and acceptance testing. The second test that was run was a check order limit, which ensured that the user didn't order too many DVDs over the limit of their subscription. Tests 4, 5, and 6 related to the package the user wanted to choose. If the user wanted to choose the basic, rental plus, or super access bundles. Finally, tests 7 and 8 were system tests to assess whether the system could handle requests at more than 1,000 at a time, and that the response time to these requests was less than 1 second.
A work breakdown structure was developed based on similar projects undertaken by Team 26 in the past. Overall, 63 tasks were identified. Team 26 has created a logic table based on these tasks and assigned estimations of the time required to complete them. The sequence of the tasks and their dependencies has been determined. The schedule table uses the dependencies and time estimations from the logic table to determine the critical path of the project, as well as the dates in which the tasks will take place. There are 4 team members in Group 26, a project manager, a systems analyst, a database analyst, and an intern. This table lists the key information regarding their contribution to this project. The tasks associated with the project have been assigned to the appropriate resource, with an estimation of the resource's available time. This chart shows that the project, which began on Friday the 19th of May in 2017, is likely to be completed on Friday the 15th of September. The critical path of the project can be seen in this diagram, highlighted in red. Using data from similar projects, we have performed an analysis of the return on investment were this project to be undertaken. Our estimations show that the payback period is 4 years and 11 months. Although this analysis shows high losses early in the project's life cycle, the potential benefits that this project offers Arthouse Direct appear to outweigh the initial cost. Assuming that the company can acquire the capital to cover the investment, the long-term profit will help the stakeholders to stay competitive in the constantly changing climate of the film distribution industry. In particular, the project will position the firm to capitalize on the growing importance of convenience and having an online service in the market. If this project were to be undertaken, then George's wishes for greater understanding of the system could be achieved through the previously mentioned information systems. By adjusting the company so drastically, we will also be fulfilling his wishes to be able to compete with the international giants Netflix and Stan. This will leave the company in a more stable position than if the project were not pursued. A possible future option that builds off of this investment is to begin a chain of film kiosks that can offer George's regular stock. We do not believe that this option is currently viable, as there is a high barrier to entry with regards to the price of the kiosks. However, it may be possible in the future and is an idea that bears looking into at the completion of the project. This project could easily be adjusted to incorporate Gary's wine shops. However, we advise deploying these changes on a smaller scale to begin with and expanding in the future. In all, Group 26 believes that this could be a very successful project and could place Arthouse Direct in a more stable position within the market.